We have this absolutely gorgeous copy of Historia Naturalis Brasiliae in the Fagel Collection. And this is the most important book on the natural history of Brazil. I just found out that our colleagues in Digitisation are working on a small project that involves books and pamphlets about Dutch Brazil and the West Indies Company. So I suggest we take this book to Arlene Healy and see what she can do with it in Digitisation.
Digitisation is simply the conversion of sound, images and text into a digital object which can be easily processed by a computer. Here in Trinity, we use high-spec cameras such as these to capture the images of manuscripts, photographs and books. And once we have that image, it's really easy then to be able to zoom into the detail of the object, can move around the page and even reveal items that aren't available to the naked eye. The book that we can see here is a lovely example of a richly illustrated text from the Fagel Collection. It's one of the most influential kind of books on flora and fauna from Brazil. It was published in 1648. The book was a means of disseminating knowledge and information at that time, and digitisation is really just the modern version of that and helps us disseminate the knowledge in the 21st century. So digitisation is really key to unlocking these beautiful materials in the Fagel Collection for global access.
The 278 volumes of pamphlets in the Fagel Collection are rightly considered to be one of the most important elements of it. For almost 2 centuries, they formed the informational heart of Dutch government. This was throughout the 17th and 18th century. Now, for the first time, these pamphlets are being digitized and will be made available publicly online and for free. Among the items in this collection are volumes of pamphlets that relate to the Dutch occupation of Portuguese Brazil during the middle part of the 17th century. The Dutch at this time were developing this trade in enslaved people between Africa and Brazil, and these magnificent books were designed to impress people as to the value of this cause and what a great work it was. These pamphlets, however, are much more modest productions. These are made at a time when there was a revolt in Portuguese Brazil and the Dutch were being removed from it. They are an attempt to control the story in modern terms, and these pamphlets were printed to try to create a more positive gloss on what was happening, to portray the Portuguese as being the enemy, as being the backward people, and the Dutch West Indies Company as being the people who were progressive and were going to move the project forward. We're familiar with online platforms such as Early English Books Online and the more generalized Google Books, and these enable printed texts to be searched internally. What we can now do is search manuscript text and early printed books internally as well. We do this using a new type of technology which is based on artificial intelligence and was developed by the READ project in the University of Innsbruck during the course of the past 10 years. Trinity College Library is now a founding member of the READ Cooperative, the research group in Innsbruck that's continuing on with this research. And with our partners, we've now developed what are called artificial intelligence models for Dutch and English early modern manuscript and printed text, and this enables us to take our scanned images of the material from the Fagel Library and make it immediately searchable. We're using AI models developed jointly by ourselves in the Beyond 2022 project in Trinity, and by the National Archives and Library of the Netherlands and by the Huygens Institute. When we've combined all of these, we now find that we can proceed and make these treasures available easily, searchable, and for use in academic or just general public reading and research.